Right, bit of a technical glitch there. Streamlabs actually died on me, so apologies for that. I just need to let people know. Oh, great stuff. Anyway, everyone's out, everyone's moving. Hopefully people will catch up with this. My apologies for this. I don't know what's actually caused it. We have had a bit of an incident at the back. Let me go to that back. There's a bit of a chaos there. As you can see, what I'll do is I'll go back and do a 30-second replay of that. Hopefully you'll all catch up with the stream. I just want to work out where the incidents are. That was a hell of a lot of cars. So Mr. Skeleton's brushed past somebody further back. And then we've had a big pile up of cars. Someone's hit Ollie. And as you can see there's cars absolutely everywhere. And that looks like it's been a bit of a quality start. Yeah, that wasn't very good, was it? Not a good advert for us, shall we say? So yeah, hi guys. My Streamlabs died on me and it absolutely froze. There's nothing I could do. So I had to kill off some tasks in Task Manager. I've got it back up and I quickly created a new stream, so I apologise for that. I don't think that was a technical issue I could anticipate. It's just, I think it's just one of them things that just happened at that moment in time. So I apologise for that, but we're back again. We're watching the race, we're watching the fun. There's been another bit of an incident here. Let's just see what's going on there. Now these two cars, I'm currently on with Steve Howells. I'm not too sure what's gone on here, but so they're coming around the corner. Whoa! And there's that Aston of whoa, there's that BMW is well and truly off. Don't know what's happened there with. So if we can go back and see what's happened with Nikos. I can't. I don't know what's happened with Nikos here. I'm just going to go back. See, so Nikos has come round. Let me go to his trail cam. Not that one. Follow. Bar chase. He's gone off. Right, he's put his brakes on. Oh, right. I think that's pretty clear what's happened there. He went out of control and put his brakes on to prevent him being hit. And that seems to have caused chaos for everybody else behind. Very unfortunate. And you can see there that Howells' car that's meant to look battered is now looking battered. We've had another couple of cars off as well when the replay finishes. Got 7 seconds to go. Torrance has gone off. So we'll see. It'll come back to his Torrance any second now. And we'll see what's gone on. So there's Nikos' car. Looking rather unforlorn. Ricard and Kevin Torrance have come together. And Branco's had a bit of an off up at the front. So you can see Branco there in the McLaren, who's in front of Mark Rogers. And then Fraser in front of him, and the one that's just running away in the V12 Aston. But clearly leading up front is Chris Bourne. We wouldn't expect him to be anywhere else, to be honest, would we? Yeah, Laszlo, great big incident at the beginning involving about 15 cars. Yeah, it was bad, David. I think it's fair to say, pretty poor. Using OBS Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs all the time. Well, I've never had a problem with it, to be honest. That's the first time it's really gone on me, and it could have been something else on my computer causing it. I'll stick with it because I've got it all set up. If I can do it in OBS the same way, I will do. But as it stands at the moment, I think things are. We'll see how it goes. Right, I'm going to jump towards the back here because there's a few cars fighting it out. Ollie Lenortner is catching Hugo. So Hugo's one of the new guys who's racing with us today. He raced yesterday on his first race. I think he watched one of Willie's streams and has come across. I've got his registration through today in Discord. I just need his proof of age, and then he'll be fine to race. Probably, looking at his times, possibly Group 2 or even Group 3. He's definitely not Group 1, but who am I to judge at this point? He might end up doing an absolutely storming lap. His car disappeared. Right, so you've totaled your car then, one. Melvin's in the pits, yeah. So Melvin, Andy Skelton's gone off. He's hit the barrier. Luckily, it won't be too bad there. He might lose a bit of aero. You can see Ollie's now clear at the front. So Peter Koprovic is now in the pits. Andy Skelton, it's just had contact with Ollie. Ollie did get spun at lap 1, I think. Yeah. It does damage people. I think that's down to, I'm a firm believer you can't pick and choose your track just because you might go off. The only way to stop yourself going off is driving the track. So Manuel's had a bit of an off there. And Richard Mayle's had a big off. Let's see what's happened to Richard Mayle there. So let's go to the chase cam. So Richard's coming up, and in front of him is Weston and Manuel. So is he going to get his braking point wrong? So Mayle is a guest driver. Oh, yeah. I think that was pretty obvious what happened there and went wrong there. Okay, I think that's Mayle's car completely totaled there as a result of that as well. So I think that was pretty clear what caused that. And as we can see, Mayle's gone into the pits. He'll be receiving damage. So Christopher's putting pressure on Pettersson. Andreas is having a cracking race. Actually, he's not been on track that often, Andreas. I think he's been having some. I think it's his back. He's been having some back problems. It's great to see him on track. Lovely bloke. Always pleasant in the chat. I was going to say, Terry, I don't normally put the names on the top, but I did it this time because of all the new drivers. But if you think it helps, it does allow you to name and shame, to be fair. See, Andreas just got a little bit wide there. That's going to give Christopher the edge. So Christopher must have had enough because he qualified well. I didn't do my grid walkthrough because obviously we had problems. The back end of that Merc is loose. You can just see it there. Caballero has had a bit of an off. He's yellow at the moment. You can see the back end of his car is looking rather damaged. I'm going to stick with Mark Christopher at the moment, because Mark Christopher's putting pressure on Andreas here. I'm not using the helicam so much at Bathurst because you lose the cars in the trees. So I'm going to stick with the far chase if everyone's happy with that. Hi, Jorgen. I did my after race tour of the track yesterday with a couple of the drivers, Melvin, a few others, and Mark Christopher jumped on it as well. And I'm thinking, we've got a quick driver coming on here. Thinking he's just going to take, the proverbial out of me driving. Quite interesting actually, because all the way through he's saying, "Oh, I brake later than you there. I brake later than you there." And I think it dawned on him that if he's braking later, he's got to correct the car from his braking, and he's not as quick. Anyway, he went away and started to adjust his braking to where I broke, and apparently he's nearly a second faster than he was. So great, that didn't happen. That didn't go down well, did it? Oh, so Natty, it was you, did it? Your glitched everything out, or I glitched your power out. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Mark Christopher's not gaining anything. Andreas here. I'm going to jump back to the front. Koprovic is off again. He's just come out of the pits. Who do I jump to? So Branko is now fighting with Fraser. Yeah, he's definitely a different Aston there. You can tell by the back end, can't you? And if you get in, listen to the engine. It's squealing. Oh, he's gone deep there. Branko's going to get him here. Branko's going to get a great run. Look at that. Great run there. No, he's not got the run. God, that Aston's got so much power. He's pulling away. Wow. That must be something to do with the V12 then. I've never even considered using the V12. You look at it and think it's older. Oh, we'll go with that, Oh, Branko there. Oh, wall after wall. You don't want to be doing that. That may just cause him a problem. That he has got the fastest lap. He's in the 203s. Can't help thinking that's going to penalise him a little bit. Lars is putting pressure on Mark Rogers, and you can see there's a little train of cars here. So Mark Rogers is now putting pressure on Bezjak because of Bezjak hitting the wall on both sides. So you can see how late Lars brakes in comparison to Rogers there then. Yeah. Great power there. Branko's catching back up to Fraser again now, so anything can happen. Martin Bailey's gone off. Oh no, he's on the straight. Oh, there's 2 cars on the straight. If at first you don't succeed, don't pass. Wow. So look what happened there. Let's do a quick replay. So there's the Porsche and Martin. The Porsche is... I can't really tell who the Porsche is actually from here. I'm going to go into the far chase. Westin. Oh, Ricard's. Oh, so Ricard's hit the wall. And then Ricard's hit Bailey. And Bailey was a passenger. What a shame. Oh dear, what a shame. And Torrance has gone off when the replay finishes. Torrance has gone to the pits. Jeremy's gone off. No, sorry, Juan's in the pits. In fact, Juan's left the server because Juan's in the chat. Okay, so Melvin is right at the back because of his incident early on. I'm going to jump back to Lars. So Lars is still catching Rogers. Only one of the few battles that's actually happening at the moment. Hi, Eric. Yeah, sorry if you joined the stream early on and it wasn't there. It failed on me after the stream had started, so I had to quickly get the stream back up and running again. But we made it. Did get the start of the race just. Stop and go penalty. 306. So who's got a penalty? Car 306. Peter Koprick, sorry, has got a 30-second stop and go. Lars is definitely putting pressure on Rogers, but that Aston in a straight line's quick, so he's going to have to really try. I'm going to jump back a little bit because Jeffrey Van der Voort, I think Willie picked out this driver yesterday. He's putting pressure on Derek now. Derek's been changing his car a little bit. I think he's still unsure which one to drive. He's driven a couple so far. I mean, Derek's still a fast driver. You can put him in anything. Put him in a shopping trolley. He's still a quick driver in it. This will be an interesting run here, down the straight. So let's see what we're going to get on the straight. See what I mean by the trees? You can hardly see the cars. Has that McLaren got the grunt to pass the Porsche or not? Definitely gaining, but I don't think it's enough. No. Porsche's just got it. He's gained, don't get me wrong, but I think you see the Porsche pull away again. So it's just like an elastic band. And they're catching up there. I'm not too sure who they're catching up. They're definitely catching someone up at the front. I'm just going to put something on my screen so I can see who's actually in front of me, who's in front. So you might see something on that screen there. My apologies if you do. It's just the way I've got it set up. It allows me to see real time who's actually on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover that up, because if you can't see it, I'm just going to make the timing tower just a little bit bigger. There you go. I'm hiding it. Nothing to see here. Technology, wonderful what you can do. Hi, Jonathan. Oh, 306 has been disqualified. So Kopovic has been disqualified, has left the server. Wow. Okay. That's one of them where you're going to feel really cheesed off, isn't it? Silverstone tomorrow. Now, actually, that was never announced. So that tells me something really interesting. I know which seniors members I can't trust now, and I won't share information with them again. Interesting. It is Silverstone tomorrow. Ignored his drive. Well, don't need to be funny, Chris, but if you want to ignore what the game's telling you to do, you're going to get disqualified, aren't you? So, yeah, won't be happy about it, but that's life. No, he ignores his drive-through, apparently. Oh, it's on. Oh, so right, okay. Cheers, Laszlo. That's Jeremy being a bit too early thinking. It's on the site. Yeah, it's Silverstone tomorrow. Next 4 days. I'm going to mix it up a bit, as I've been trying to do. There's going to be no cops and robbers, you'll be pleased to hear. But there is going to be a wet race. Let's face it, if you don't get a wet race in the UK, you're not in the UK. And there's going to be a night race. Because there's 4 days, so 2 days you're going to be racing in decent weather, and 2 days it's going to be varied. One of the benefits of the Silverstone track is, not like Oulton Park, which is quite tight, Silverstone's got a lot of space on it, and there's been a pass at the front. So let's see that pass. Whoa! Let's just see that pass. And as you can see there, you get there's a bit of a giveaway there. Branco's going to lose it and ends up in the pits. So that bit of... What's he? He's quite a way back here. So Fraser's gone wide, and Branco's got a great drive up the inside. The Aston just hasn't got the grunt. And he's lost his traction there, and then he gets hit. Right, there's been another incident with Ollie and Neil. So let's see what's gone on here. So far, so good. You can see this is just going to be a tap, isn't it? Oh yeah, just a tap. Yeah, he got alongside him, to be fair there. I think Ollie probably didn't expect him to go, but you could see he got a much better angle in the corner there. So you can see Neil's just going to run off into the distance now. So Bezjak's now falling down the leaderboard as a result of that. Pole time was a 2:03, Jonathan. Oh, David. We'll keep it summer. But our summers aren't sunny. 2:03.1 it was, yes, you're right, Terry. Pole was a 2:03.1. Shortly as the race was about to start, Jonathan, OBS crashed on me and we lost the stream, so I had to quickly regenerate the stream and get it back up again. But yeah, 2:03.1. I have seen a 2:02 now, a 2:02.7 as well. So 2:02 is definitely in the mix. So there's definitely a couple of quick guys on there. I'm going to go to Neil's. And he's proved to be quite quick as well. But he does seem... I don't want to fall out with him here. He does seem to occasionally make the odd little error. And that seems to cost him his race. So he's currently behind David Gerrard. And he's also in the Lamborghini, so he's challenging himself in that car alone. Right, there's a couple of cars in front that are showing us going slow. That's because they're passing. I think that's Mr. Sousa. They're passing there. So, yeah, I think they're just keeping track of what's going on. Yeah, so yeah, that was Mr. Sousa. Sousa's got a drive through as well. So he's going to have to go into the pits. The gap between these two is 3.7. Let's go jump on board with the cockpit view. So you can see the engine sound on the Lamborghini with it. I'm not too sure. I think it might be a V10. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not too sure what the engine is of the Lamborghini. It's definitely gaining on David Gerrard there, and someone's just gone off onto the dirt a little bit. That'll be Lars, I think, who's just gone onto the dirt a little bit. But still, these cars up front are still quite battling. And we've also got Mr. Van der Voort still battling with Derek as well. So there's a few little battles on track. There's not many, I must say. And most of the drivers further behind aren't really battling. Now, Branco's back out of the pits. So I'm going to expect to start seeing him going through the field. He's got a good run here. A really good run as Van der Voort. Now, Derek's going to take the defensive line here. Now, this will be a test of power. You can see the McLaren's just edging it ever so slightly, but has it got enough? Someone's going to have to give, and obviously it's going to be Derek there. So I think Derek got a bit of a bad drive out of that corner and it allowed Fraser to pass him. Sorry, not Fraser. Jeffrey Van der Voort to pass him, and consequently that's giving Van der Voort the advantage there now. Whether Mr. Bird will get it back or not, I don't know. There's been another incident at the back between Peter and Nico, and I'm not too sure where Peter is there. So let's just go back to the far chase. Peter's gone wide. Oh, he's launched the car. Luckily, he's managed to. Oh, and there's Nico to pick him up. He wanted to nudge him and give him a bit of a helping hand. But Nico's received damage there, and obviously Miles's car's looking. I think his steering wheel's gone. Yeah, you can see there his steering wheel's all over the place. His cockpit's looking a bit of a mess. He's letting all the cars pass in there. He probably needs to escape to pits at that point. There you go. He's escaped to pits. So Niels is still putting power down behind Gerard. This is the closest battle by a long shot at the moment, and I do think it's going to come down to someone making a mistake. You can see Lars. Oh, and there's David Gerard. He's gone off. Now, is that as a result of him out braking because of Lars? Let's go back and watch that. Because he's very consistent, David. Now, to me, it looks like Lars made a bit of a mistake. Could be wrong. And I'm wondering whether David backed out and it put him off his line. Because he seemed to gain on Lars quite a lot. Yeah. You can see he's already trying to stop himself hitting the car and he's gone wide. So I think he unexpectedly got Lars braking there where he broke, and that's put him off a little bit. That's what it looked like anyway. Again, without the driver's saying so, I can't say either way or the other. So from that perspective, it's a bit disappointing because that battle was looking really tasty, and now David Gerard's the chaser now, and he's a couple of places from the podium. Been a bit of a change there. Jeremy's just passed. Andreas has gone to the pits. Jeremy's lap times are 2:08. I'm sure he can go faster than that, and he's quite a distance off the next driver, which is Terry Trowbridge. Quite a distance. Now Terry Trowbridge is putting pressure. He's trying to keep up with Mark Christopher, so we'll walk more with Terry a little bit. You can see he's playing with his traction control there. He's adjusting something. He either adjusted his ABS or his traction control. Yeah, Christopher's getting a bit loose in there, and looks like someone in front went a little bit. And Van der Voort has also had a bit of an off. He's had contact with somebody. So let's see what's happened with Van der Voort. It shows he's had an incident, but I can't tell you who with. So has he made a mistake and Bird's made contact with him? Oh, now who's that? That was Christopher, is it? Someone's escaped to the pits. David Gerard. Well, let's see what's happened to David Gerard. Because he was running well, and we saw him go off. Well, let's see what's happened with David Gerard then. So he's come round. Nothing untoward there. He looks like he's broke a little late there. Oh, he's at the grass. He looked like he broke a little late, and you can see the front end of his car is completely pummeled. And everyone's managed to avoid him. Wow. So we're stuck in the replay now for 20 seconds, unfortunately. There's not much I can show you while we're stuck in the replay mode. So this is previously still within the replay time scale. Oh, it jumped then, didn't it? That might have been when I switched the replays, actually. So we'll jump back in a second. We'll jump on board with Niels. Niels. In fact, we're going to Lars. Lars has just passed Rogers. So what's gone on there? The PWS cars seem to be failing a little bit. He's coming up here, no problem. Oh, that'll hurt. He's just got his back end onto the curb. Yeah, that's going to really cause him a problem now, that. Yeah, I think that's a pit job. He seemed to hit that. There you go. There's two PWS cars in the pits now. Wow. So they've gone from the front to down the grid quite quickly. Okay. Jump on board with Andy Skelton. So Andy Skelton is currently doing lap times of 2:08. So definitely his position on track is relative to where he is. I would imagine that's probably his average lap time, so therefore he's doing quite well. Yeah, very consistent. You can see he's not pushing it too much, so it's why his lap times are staying where they are, really. He's more interested in getting the car home, and I think he was touched early on as well at the start. He's not in danger from anyone at the moment. He's not gaining on anyone, so who do we need to jump to? So let's go on board with Nikos. Nikos is really taking it easy through there. He is aware he's damaged his car, so I think he's just thinking about it. Very, very delicate. Yeah, then he'll put the power down. I think that's Ollie in front of him. Yeah, so Ollie's a lap up in front of him. So he's currently a lap down at the moment, is Nico, and Ollie up front is in 11th place. Ollie's having a bit of a flyer actually, and is he gaining on Neil in front of him? So no, he's not. That's a good run for Ollie that so far though. In fact, we'll just finish this lap off with Nico, and then we'll jump on board with Ollie and just how his lap's going. David Gerrard's now dropped down to 22nd. Mark Rogers is now dropped down to 17th. So the first running PWS car at the moment is Mark Christopher. Let's jump on board with Ollie. And let's see you, Jay. As the good old Aussie would say. So where is Jeremy? Now, Ollie always tries to catch Jeremy. I don't know if he wants to pass him and have that sign on the back of his car. You can see he scraped it, and I think he got caught early on. So that's probably the reason. He's very wide there. Jeremy is in front of him by 16 seconds. John Petcher's just gone off. Let's jump on board with Jeremy. Jeremy's trying to catch Terry. He's 42 seconds behind Terry. He's catching up to the back markers. So this is Melvin he's coming up to. Let's see how easy he gets past Melvin. So Melvin's got good lines round there. You can see how good he's got the power out. And in front of Melvin is Harrison Nolan, who's in 16th place. So I'm not too sure what the gap. He's gaining on the straight here. So he's kind of gaining on the straight. He's gaining the corner under braking. 2/10 out the corner there. Lost a bit of time there. And you can see Harrison's letting Melvin past. Oh, Harrison. Oof, don't know what Harrison was doing there. Oof. I mean, Melvin must have been quicker because Harrison was in front of him, to be fair. That is Jeremy's quickest lap by over half a second. So he's just starting to find his rhythm a bit now, Jeremy, as he tries to catch Melvin. I'm just going to jump back to Steve Howells. Steve Howells has had a bit of an incident. I know his car got battered quite early on, so let's just see what's happened to Howells here. It wasn't involving anybody. He's alright through the chase. He's coming into Murray. Braking fine. Everything seems alright there. Oh, now, he's not actually damaged the car, but he's gone to the pits. So is there something wrong? Okay, not too sure about that one. On board with Mike. Mike's car is looking rather unhealthy. He's been running 206s, so they're good lap times then. But yeah, he's obviously got damage on the front of his car. His last was a 211. Okay, see, it's just not sticking right, and he's got Lars coming up behind him now. So Lars is coming up behind him. I think Lars will get him on the straight quite easily because that McLaren's just too quick. And there you can see Susan's off on the grass. Chris Bourne's 9 seconds clear of Fraser. And Fraser's 3 seconds clear of Lars. There you go. And Lars is two seconds clear of Niels. Still quite a lot going on. We've got 15 minutes left of the race. You can see the track. It's all just spread out. One or two cars running close, but they're actually not running for position. So it's quite difficult to pick on. 24. Who's 24 I could jump on because they're in traffic? Richard Mail. I thought he was in traffic. No, it must have been 24. 420 then. Who's 420? Niels. Niels is now caught up to Mr. Dearlove as well. He's gone the shortcut. Allow them to pass. So that's clever driving. That is clever driving. Doesn't disrupt this race. Doesn't disrupt their race. Gets out of the way. No form of incident there. Just get straight out of the way. I'm echoing now with no sound. Unless I'm talking. Okay, interesting. Not too sure anything's changed from my perspective. I'm still talking the same. I'm still registering the same volumes. Now, interestingly, the desktop audio's gone. So let me see what's happened there. Right, just bear with me a sec. This might have been because it crashed, so just bear with me. Now you're going to say you're deaf. Is that it? So when it's crashed, it's took out my sound again. Sorry, guys. That should be it now. You should hear the cars. I'll wait for you to confirm. I'm registering sound, but obviously I can't hear what you can hear, so I can't really say. Brilliant. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Natty. Cheers for that. We're getting there now. So it should be back to the way it was earlier. Hopefully it won't crash this time, and when I save it, it'll remember everything. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, that's fair comment, David. I acknowledge that. The fact when you said you weren't hearing it, I knew you wouldn't have had it from the beginning, so all I can do. I'm still a bit echoing though. Okay. Not too sure what the reason is behind that. Is my microphone too close? Is my microphone? I've just moved my microphone away a little bit. Is that any better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Not too sure. Okay, I'm not too sure, Chris. I'm not getting any feedback or anything to say it should be echoing. I can turn my volume down on my microphone a bit in case it's just coming through too loud and causing that to echo. I've just done that a little bit. I can turn the gain down if required as well. So, oh, that's better. All right. Okay, so where we're up to? Yes, nothing happening on track. Really nothing. Let's jump on board with Brian. So Brian's just made a pass on Howells, who's in the pits. There's a car in front of him, which is Nico. See, when I come out of Streamlabs, it'll save all them settings for next time. Echo, 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 gone. Yeah, it'll save all the settings, whereas because it crashed before, it didn't save anything. Like trailing echo, it's faint. It could be me. I mean, I've got all sorts of settings on this. I'm gonna start playing with settings. So tell me what you get. Right, I've just tweaked it to one setting. Testing 1, 2, 3. Improvement. Worse. On quiet. Okay, that's not working then. Turned it to another setting. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm gonna. The next setting's off. Right, so it's not that setting then. No. Okay, I've turned something else down. Anything else? Testing 1, 2, 3. Damn. Testing 1, 2, 3. So David Bly's alright, you're not getting an echo. Okay. Willie's got it. Chris has got it, so it's got to be on the stream. Alright. Been an incident with Niels. Let's have a look what's happened with Niels. Echo gone. Right. No, don't do that, Willie. So I've turned the gain down on my mic. Ooh! 2 cars obliterated. 2 cars obliterated as a result of the Porsche just sat there. Oh, that Lambo is going to be in a bit of trouble now. It's not going to drive straight. I'd be very surprised if that steering wheel isn't cockeyed. Yeah, there you go. Having to keep it left. Oh, Neil's will be livid. That really doesn't look healthy, does it? Turns left, great. Just can't turn right. Yeah, goes back. Oh, dearie me. Right, gains up. I've not turned the volume. Tell you what I'm going to do. That was Peter Miles who parked up. Just turn my speakers down a touch in case it's feed. Showing. The stream's died. Oh, back again. Right, back. Something's not right because it showed the stream died then, but I don't think you've seen it. Okay. It's all going wrong. Next time I just might use my headset. I don't seem to have problems when I use my headset. Back, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll switch it. Oh, the echo's gone. Right, so that means it's the feedback from my speakers. It's causing me to echo. Yeah, it come up and said, Willie, data connection issue. But then it's come back on. So, yeah. It did that yesterday, actually, on Monday when we did the show. But yeah, it seems to be okay. There's definitely gremlins going on. Just looking at the cars on the track, we've only got one Nissan, and that's Kevin Torrance. And it's not a car you see driven often. But actually, it's one of the few cars that's not been nobbled as much and has actually made gains in all the bopping that's going on. I'm not too sure. His lap times, he's into 212s. It's certainly not going to break any records as such. But yeah, it's nice to see a different car on track. Quite a few Porsches this time. I don't think there's as many BMWs as there has been. There's a hell of a lot of Porsches though. A couple of Lexuses. Yeah, they do, Willie. As they enter the pits, it causes the flags to go yellow. Ferrari's a funny car, Chris. I've driven the non-Evo one and I thought it was really good. I didn't realise the Evo one was slightly bit quicker as well. But the flatness of it, I don't really like with the curbs. Yeah, I agree with you there, Dimitri. You want to throttle every corner and get the best out of every corner, but the track's not like that. This is a track where you've just got to respect the track and let the track, you don't dictate the track, let the track dictate to you. Otherwise, one wrong move in that section and you're spinning down here and it's wall after wall after wall and concrete doesn't move. I'm like you, Chris, I think this is a brilliant track. I really do love this track, and I just think the dynamic of this track, and yes, there's a risk involved in it, fully understand that, but it's a real track that tests your driving skill, and doesn't just test your driving skill for one lap. Usually you're racing for 45 minutes and an hour, and it's that consistency that I think makes a massive impact. If you're a consistent driver, you'll do well. End of, you will do well. If you're an inconsistent driver and does the odd one flying lap at risk, you're going to be at the back. I mean, look at the drivers who we've lost through to the pits. Gerard, Rogers, Bezjak. We've lost some really quick drivers. We're down to 28 drivers, and some of them were self-inflicted incidents. Now you've got other drivers who are now starting to gain positions because of that. It's great for them. Such a confidence booster, because they'll come on this track and say, last time I raced here I did really well. And it's that consistency. You can see Ollie here. We've watched Ollie a few laps now. He's pumping in the same laps time after time after time, and he's just getting on with it. I mean, granted, he's got a bit of an advantage. He lives over there. He's probably been to the track. But he's taking the track at every corner the same. He's catching a couple of back markers in front of him. Jeremy's the car in front now, but Jeremy's way up the track. He's not going to catch Jeremy, but he's caught up to Sousa. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on with Sousa, because Sousa's been off a few times. Oh, he's just gone wide there. He realised it. He realised it. That's a lapse of concentration, and that's the sort of thing that can kill your race. You can see there, someone's gone wide again, and someone's gone wide again. Someone's really having enough, and they've gone wide again. So that was Manuel. Nikos is off as well, and he's now trying to catch Kevin. So Kevin from New Zealand, the two guys from the other side of the world. Ollie's catching him very, very quickly, and we've seen that Kevin's a good 3 to 4 seconds down on Ollie's time at least. Mark Christopher's had an off. I don't know if he's at the wall, but he's had a bit of an off. He's catching back markers up there now, being flagged. Let's go back to Ollie, because Ollie's definitely catching Kevin, and I think he'll catch Kevin this lap. Hopefully we're all good still, guys, and all the glitches and gremlins have gone. Just let me know, is the sound better now? Is it clear? Has the echoing gone? And if it has, that's going to be set up. Now, I know what you're going to say. The show sounded fine, and the sound we did on the show, that's done under a different stream. So in Streamlabs, you can create multiple streams, and I have different sets, different streams for different things. So I have a show stream, and that's already preset. So that works in a completely different way. So that's all good. Cheers. Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Good feedback. Might be meeting up with another eSenior. Echoing again. Not too sure about what's causing the echoing. I'll have to listen to it back, and I'll see what's causing it. I'll tell you what I'll do again. I'll move my microphone even further back. It's quite... It's a very sensitive microphone actually, and the chances are it'll probably still pick me up fine from there, but it shouldn't be picking my speaker up. Very slight. Okay, so right, what I'm going to do as a final test, I'm going to plug my headset in, and I'm going to switch it to my headset. So 2 ticks. I'm going to switch that one off. I'm going to enable that one. So, can you still hear me on the stream? Okay, I've switched the microphone off that I was using before, and I'm now using my headset. Right, lots of echo now. I've got lots of echo. Perfect now. Good now. It seems to work for some and not for others. Right. Thank you, guys. Right. I think I know what I need to do next time, which I can address. So I'll do that next time. I've got my headset on now. So that means I can turn the volume up a little bit more. Right, so coming up to 1 minute to go, I'm going to jump on board with Mr. Bourne. Mr. Bourne's walked this. He's 8 seconds clear of Mr. Rostance. He's been lapping in the 205s actually as well, but everyone's into the 205s now. So this is coming up to be what will be the last lap. Sorry for the quality of the stream, guys. Anyway, it's I'll say I wanted to use this as a test, and you know, if I don't test these things, I'll go into the season and nothing's gonna be right. So I've still got work to do, but I will get that sorted, and I will work on where I need to put my microphone. No comments. I think, see, if I've got someone in the booth, I wear my headset, and therefore the sound's isolated. If I'm by myself, I don't need to wear my headset. Yeah, and we had the technical glitch which I couldn't do anything about early on. So hopefully the stream's clear though. Is the quality of the stream good? Is it nice and clear and fast? I was contemplating trying to do it in 4K. Maybe next time I'll try and do it in 4K, because I noticed Willie did one the other day in 4K. Okay, so as long as the pictures, the mic so the sound's good now, which is good. You're getting no interference. You can hear the engine of the cars okay. Can we have a cockpit for... Whoa! There you go. Yeah, that looked a bit ropey for him then, didn't it? Just swaying in and out the cars. I'm just looking at his speed. 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 278 Ks. Pretty shifting, to be fair. Yeah, he's walked there, hasn't he? To be perfectly honest, he's and he's put his windscreen wipers on. That's because he wanted to press his flashing lights and pressed his windscreen wipers instead. Go to the TV camera, and there comes Mr. Rostance in second place. He's a quick driver, and he's a very quick driver. And then we've got Lars coming round. Yep. And they've got Mr. Van der Voort. A couple of quick guys coming around the corners there, I tell you. Mr. Bird's made it. And Mr. Trowbridge is coming down. Lars and Niels have come together. Unexpectedly there, I'm not too sure what's gone on there. Mark Christopher's coming round, and that car's looking really battered and bruised. He's probably just decided it's not worth stopping. He's definitely got flappy bonnet syndrome there. Neil Bywater. He's coming down the straight. He's kept out of trouble. 8th position. He's not been on track for a while, so yeah, he's got damage. You can see he's got damage, but his car's not completely collapsed like some of them. And then a great result from Mr. Arabas. Yeah, he's done well there, Jeremy. Kept it on good old terra firma. And then Ollie. His car's battered and bruised, but you know what? He's got through it and he's made the top 10. Well done, Ollie. Good finish, that. You can see his car's looking battered and bruised. He's managed to keep going. I've got Niels, he's in the pits. Andreas, he's still coming around with what looks like a battered car. I think he's hit every panel on that, looking at it. Is it Days of Thunder when they get out of the car and they find a panel that's not dented, so he kicks it? It's going to be like that when Andreas gets out of his. Andy Skelton is coming around the corner there at some point. No, Andy Skelton's gone. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, gentlemen, thanks for watching. And I'll probably try and do one more this week if I can. Now I've got the stuff sorted, the technical gremlins out the way. And then I'll be back to normal next week. When I'm not racing, I'll be streaming. Cheers, guys. Take care. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.